My name is John Moody. I'm the project manager for Chase Custom Homes. I'm going to talk to you today about finding a buildable lot. One of the first things you want to look at when you're looking for lots is whether or not you have clear title to the lot, that there are no encumbrances or anything on the lot. Also, you need to know, has the lot been surveyed? Is there a survey plan for it? Have the boundaries been marked out so that they're visible, so that your contractor can see the lines? Also check zoning and setback information. How far away from the lot lines your house has to be, what some of the uses are for zoning for that area. Some towns restrict zoning as far as what type of house you can build or what type of buildings you can put on your lot. Also need to know that the lot will sustain a septic system. So if it's not on town sewer or town water, the lot has to have a pro-taste test done, which is a test that will actually tell you the rate at which liquid will filter through the earth. Once that's been done, a septic system can be designed for it, and proper pricing can be done for that type of system. We talked about whether or not it's going to be on town water or town sewer. If it's not on town water, obviously a well will have to be drilled, and that's obviously going to add some cost to your project. Also, I want to take a look at the land and see if is in any kind of flood zone. If it is in a what they call a 100-year flood zone, and there's maps, each county has maps that will tell you whether or not you're in the flood zone. Banks a lot of times will require extra flood insurance for that type of a situation. Also want to take a look at whether or not there have been anything stored on the lot, such as chemicals or old vehicles, industrial equipment, farm equipment, so on and so forth, that could have had any kind of toxins that would seep into the ground, any kind of spraying that's been done on a lot. It had been any kind of agricultural land at one point. As you're looking at these items, you also want to take a look at any kind of restrictions or restrictive covenants if it happened to have been in a subdivision that you're looking at the lots. A lot of times subdivisions will have covenants that they'll actually spell out the design of the house so you can have colors that may or may not be allowed, types of roofs, how many extra buildings you can have on the lot for sheds or so forth. That's something that you want to take into consideration when you're looking for your lot. You also want to take into consideration some construction issues. Number one of the construction issues are probably how much the permits are going to cost for this particular building in this particular town. A lot of towns have impact fees, high permit fees, so you want to be able to check that out. The impact fees usually come into contact when you have public sewer systems, a lot of public parks or recreation programs and so forth. A lot of towns are trying to get open space, so in order to get this open space, they have impact fees for permitting, and that helps defray the cost of owning the land. So that's something you definitely want to check out, because it can be quite costly when you do your permitting. I also want to take a look at the lot itself as far as the topography. Find out, if you can have a daylight basement, are we going to run into any kind of ledge issue? Ledge obviously can be costly because you're going to have to blast, to be able to put your building in place. You want to see that the lot has some slope to it. Do we have the ability to gravity drain, foundation drains, and so forth, so you're not going to really have to worry about a wet basement. How long the driveway will have to be, and so forth. How much clearing you have to do. These are all items that are going to really impact the amount of money you spend to improve the lot once you get ready to build on the lot. And probably the most important thing is the house that you're looking to build going to fit in that lot, within the setbacks that are actually imposed for that type of lot. And probably the final thing is, when you're looking at these, it's always a good idea to have your contractor, have your excavating contractor also with you to take a look at these issues, and they can help you along with the process of finding a lot. Thanks.